Lionel Messi is, for many football fans, the greatest football player ever. For others, he is just an alien of the sport. The Argentine legend lifted the most trophies ever for a single club with 34 honors for Barcelona, including 10 La Liga titles, 4 UEFA Champions League crowns, and 7 Copa del Rey titles. Individually, Messi is the only man to win not 6, not 7, but 8 Ballon d'Or awards alongside a record 6 European Golden Shoes. So, just how good was Lionel Messi at his peak? Lauded for his unique blend of dribbling, playmaking, passing, and goal scoring, the diminutive left-footer drew obvious similarities with compatriot Diego Maradona, who would later describe Messi as his successor. But did you know that he was once considered too small to play the sport professionally? We could have been robbed of arguably the greatest career ever. In simple terms, the prime of Messi's career lasted at least 10 years as he battled for the top individual honors alongside eternal rival Cristiano Ronaldo. This career rivalry defined an era of the sport and is regarded as one of the greatest ever sporting rivalries, alongside Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier in boxing, Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal in tennis, and Alain Prost, Ayrton Senna in Formula One motor racing. Let us take a look at the early years of Messi's life, upbringing, and background. Messi was born on 24 June 1987 in Rosario as the third of 4 children to a steel factory manager, father Jorge Messi, and a manufacturing workshop mother, Celia Cucitini. For someone so gifted, there is little surprise that Leo developed a passion for football from an early age, when he played with his older siblings until he joined the local club, Grandoli, aged 4 years old. By the age of 6, Messi joined Newell's Old Boys, the club he supports, and went on to score almost 500 goals within their academy ranks. This was a key period in his early development, and the young Leo was greatly inspired by the support of his maternal grandmother, Celia, who regularly took him to training and matches until she died when he was only 11. This is the reason why Messi celebrates his goals by looking up and pointing to the sky as a tribute to his grandmother. However, the legendary career we all know today might not have been possible when he was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency at age 10. His father's health insurance only covered 2 years of the treatment, and while Newell's initially agreed to contribute, they reneged on their promise, with Messi also being scouted by River Plate, who declined to pay for his treatment. Options were limited for Messi to develop adequately into a professional footballer, especially at a time when it was rare for European clubs to sign very young players from overseas. Hence, Barcelona had to act fast to prove their commitment to the player, so first-team director Charlie Rexach famously signed Messi's first contract on a table napkin in the absence of paper. Messi relocated to Spain at age 13, leaving behind friends and family to join the Barcelona Academy in a bid to complete his growth hormone treatment and develop his God-given footballing talent. Unsurprisingly, the teenager turned heads within their youth ranks as he quickly gained popularity and settled off the pitch with his then teammates, including Cesc Fabregas and Gerard Piqué. He also began to regularly train with the first team before too long. The seasoned professionals he was training with were talking about this wonder kid, particularly as he caused a stir with his dribbling and lightning quick feet against more experienced defenders. The Blaugrana's star player, Ronaldinho, reportedly told his teammates that he believed the 16-year-old would surpass him as a player, and just like that, the ex-Ballon d'Or winner befriended the heir to his throne and even called him Little Brother. No better way for the scrawny little kid to ease his way into the first team. Indeed, Messi would make his competitive debut for the club aged 17 years, 3 months, and 22 days old in October 2004. As the then youngest player to represent Barcelona, it was fitting that it was Ronaldinho who assisted his first goal for the club on 1st May 2005. Nevertheless, he struggled with hamstring injuries early on due to his weak and susceptible muscles, as his season was ended prematurely by a torn hamstring against Chelsea in a UEFA Champions League tie in March 2006. This led to Messi missing the final against Arsenal in May, and he was eventually sidelined for a total of 8 months between 2006 and 2008. A new training, nutrition, and lifestyle regime was implemented by Barcelona in a bid to protect their prized asset, as they also assigned him a personal physiotherapist who traveled with him everywhere, including during training camps with the Argentina national team. These strict measures bore fruit as Messi stayed injury-free over the next few years, when he truly attained the consistency needed to reach his full potential. Messi was handed the iconic Barcelona number 10 shirt at the start of his first uninterrupted season in 2008-09, when the Catalans achieved the first treble in Spanish football. Under a young Pep Guardiola, a 22-year-old Messi won his first Ballon d'Or as Barca won 6 trophies in a calendar year, the first club to achieve the sextuple in 2009. Guardiola was in the infancy of his managerial career, and for all the nuances and tactical innovations he would later bring to the modern game, he had a unicorn of a player in Messi. The multifaceted attacking talents of the Argentine were put to extraordinary use by his manager, who defined an era of dominance in European football. In May 2009, Barca traveled to Real Madrid for an El Clásico clash that saw the birth of a new trend as Guardiola decided to change things up to have Messi switch positions with central striker Samuel Eto'o. The center forward was out wide on the right, while the playmaker moved to the middle to disorganize Real Madrid's central defenders, who now had to take turns following Messi into midfield. The movement of those defenders meant more space to exploit behind them, as Thierry Henry as well as Eto'o made darting runs to receive brilliantly guided passes from Messi. This unusual role saw Messi maximize his full attacking skill set, with his evasive movement creating space where there wasn't, insane dribbling ability, unlocking tight backlines and crisp passing, helping to create wide overloads and thus the chance to ghost into the box and finish off moves he started himself. Messi was now a combination of a creator, goal scorer, and attacking fulcrum, which led to understandable comparisons with another player who was performing at similarly high standards. One Cristiano Ronaldo. The debate over the differing talents of these two exceptional sportsmen has dominated the minds of football fans over the past decade and will continue to do so in future. However, the period between 2008-2012 was truly Messi's untouchable era. Within his vast arsenal of moves and body feints, the most common one would see Messi cut into the right half-space position, shift past a defender, or play a 1-2 pass that ends with him curling into the corner of the net. Messi hit his absolute prime in the 2011-12 season when he recorded 73 goals and 29 assists in 60 appearances in all competitions to set the La Liga and European records for most goals scored in a single season. Records seemed to tumble every single week as he hit 4 goals in a league game against Valencia, then scored 5 times in a Champions League last 16 match against Bayer Leverkusen, the first time that happened in the history of the competition. That same season, Messi became the top goal scorer in Barcelona's history at just 24 years old with a hat-trick against Granada. By the end of 2012, Messi had scored a record 91 goals in all competitions for club and country, which earned him the Guinness World Record title for most goals scored in a calendar year. Although he surrendered the Ballon d'Or to Cristiano Ronaldo for the next 2 seasons, the campaigns between 2008-09 and 2014-15 provided a masterpiece in sporting legacy, as they pushed each other in the aim to be the best player in the world. The 2014-15 season was the year Messi returned to his old right-wing position to occupy the presence of Luis Suarez and Neymar in a fearsome attacking trident. That first campaign together saw the birth of the MSN moniker as they scored a record total of 122 goals in all competitions and led Barcelona to a second treble. Messi's 5th Ballon d'Or was a mere formality in 2015, as he left Ronaldo trailing in the awards count. The contrast in their games also became more obvious, as the older Portuguese evolved into more of a traditional center forward while Messi thrived in his fluid creative role as dribbler and passmaster. As Messi aged, he famously reduced his running off the ball as journalists and supporters noticed his almost walking pace without the ball. Even in certain phases of play, the nimble Argentine appears almost uninterested, but that rapidly changes once the ball is passed to him as he increases the tempo of the game with his close control, guile, penetrative passing, or incisive dribbling. Coaches noted that he was conserving energy, but also observing how the defense reacted as he wandered out of sight, but suddenly arrived into space to hurt the opposition. Dropping deeper into midfield allowed Messi the time to scan for runners before deploying laser-guided passes. His free kick routine also became more refined in his latter years, with 50 strikes for Barcelona from a total of over 65 free kick goals throughout a storied career. The only thing that was missing from Messi's trophy cabinet, until recently, was a piece of major silverware in international colors. Having led Argentina to 3 consecutive finals, the 2014 FIFA World Cup, the 2015 Copa America, and the 2016 Copa America, Messi ended up empty-handed despite winning the Best Player award in all 3 tournaments. Deflated and distraught, Messi announced his international retirement in 2016, but ultimately reversed that decision to lead the South Americans to the 2018 FIFA World Cup, 2019 Copa America, and then victory. Finally, on Brazilian soil, at the 2021 Copa America. The 2022 World Cup will always be known as Lionel Messi's World Cup, as the PSG man scored in every stage of the competition, capped off with a brace in an epic final against France. He broke the record for most games played in the competition, 26, and also became the only man to win the Golden Ball twice. After 106 goals and 56 assists in 178 appearances for Argentina, Messi is now the joint most decorated player of all time with 44 titles. He may not be the greatest goal scorer the sport has seen, but he is the best player of all time in the eyes of many who declared that the debate with Ronaldo had well and truly been settled in Qatar. In September 2023, Ronaldo himself claimed the rivalry was over and gone. After 36 official fixtures and 15 years of sharing the stage, to put the word prime on Messi's career will be the period when his rivalry with Ronaldo escalated the level of quality in the sport. Nevertheless, the nimble Argentine is a gracious presence whenever he takes to the pitch. His aura combined all the perfect blends of skill, speed, and precision. Did you like this video? Make sure to hit like and subscribe to get more content from us. See you soon.